kind of pull the cartridge out of our cartridge box. We carry 25 in there. We flip that tab up, and we're going to bite it off to open it. We're going to pour, gunpowder's on top, ball is on bottom. We're going to pour the gunpowder in the pan. We're going to fill it, shut it. Okay, we drop the weapon down on the left side. Now the remaining gunpowder, is going to go down the barrel. Okay, the ball is going to stay in the paper. We're going to wad that up and we're going to stuff it in there. Okay, so it's sitting up here. So I got to drive it down on top of the powder. So we pull the rammer out, we flip it over, use that flat end. And if I had a round in there, you would actually just throw it down in there. But we're not going to do that. So we throw it down, pack it tight, paper and ball on top of the powder at the breech, pack it tight. We return the rammer in its place because we need this to load. Okay, and when we push this rammer back in, you never ever do this. Never. Do not do that. Why is that? If the thing goes off, it's going to take your whole hand off. So we use the pinky finger to push it in. So if the gun goes off, I still have the hand and 4 other fingers. You can live without the pinky, but not the hand. So we push it in. We bring the weapon up to the left shoulder. That tells my officer I'm loaded and ready to fire. On the field, that should take 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, it can be hard when you're being shot at, though. So your officer, on the field, I would be standing in line, shoulder to shoulder with 24 other men. Okay, and the officer is watching us. He's looking down the line, waiting to see all of us come to the shoulder because he wants us all firing together in a volley. So he sees that, he's going to say, ready, you bring your right foot back, you bring the gun up, you cock it, he says aim, and then we're all fucking fire. He's going to say fire, and boom, we all shoot together. So, you've got a piece of flint, the flint hits the steel, okay, you get that spark, it shoots that pan open, which allows the spark to land on the powder, boom, it's going to go off. And it's going to go through that touch hole, igniting the powder inside, firing the ball. And then we do it all over. Okay? Now, the morning of this battle, all of these men inside would have had 2, possibly 4 muskets each loaded with bayonets on, because they knew once the Mexicans got over the walls, it was going to be hand-to-hand. But they had 2 or 4 loaded next to them. They're just grabbing and firing as quick as they could. Okay? Any other questions?
Very good. Thank you.
Sure.
What model was that?
This is a 1795 Springfield.
Nice.
It's the first model made for the U.S. military, and for militias as well. You had private contractors that are making these also for militias. One of them was Eli Whitney. But they made it. This is the first model is patterned after the French Charleville. They look almost exactly the same, except we have U.S. markings instead of French markings on there. And they made this until 1815. That year they come out with the first standard pattern musket for the United States. It's not, we're not copying the French pattern anymore. So.
The U.S. Army.
I have, yeah.
The branch insignia for the infantry in the U.S. Army is to Springfield 1795.
Yeah, they
crossed.
yeah, well,
I think it's a 1795. There may have been another model.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it is.
But yeah, so they had it in the War of 1812. After that is when they come out again with the American standard pattern. But so by our time, 1836, when this battle takes place, this is a 40-year-old weapon, and it was surplus.
Wow.
So
3 shots a minute.
you're supposed to get 3 to 4 shots a minute, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a reproduction, but it is real. It's a working gun, and I do take it out to the gun range. Yeah. It kicks really hard. The big caliber, 69 caliber. I shoot a 62 caliber ball out of it. So yeah, it kicks really hard.
What's the range on it?
Effective to 70 yards. They can go out to 200. Just after 70 yards, however, the ball's going to turn because they're not rifled. These are smooth bore. But Crockett and his men, the 32 men from Gonzales that show up, they're all carrying rifles. We've got one of Crockett's rifles in the museum. They're carrying long rifles, but on the morning of the battle, they fired their rifle and then went to the muskets.
Cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Can we pose for a picture?
We can.
Picture with you?
Sure.
Y'all just hurry.
And we think based on what's been written, very probably the original Bowie knife was probably more like this because it's often described as a big butcher knife.
Yeah.
So, and of all that I have, and I've got 3 or 4 others, this is the favorite that I have because, but it's a horrible knife. I mean, it's got no hand guard on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And it's a short hand to hold.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
But
Versus something like this. Washington State.
okay,
Well, actually from Houston.
point it up, okay? Got her?
And can he hold one too with your picture? Is that
You want a handgun?
Oh, yeah.